Hey, people. Am I 1 minute early? What? Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, putting down the kids getting easier and easier. Let's go. I'm professional here, people. It feels like it's been a long time, but I guess it's just, I went on the family vacation. I came back and did a Kickstarter live stream. Every year we do a family vacation at, hey, Yogi Bear park there for the kiddos. So I'm back. We're here. We're doing it. And let's go. Howdy, folks, is right, Michael. I see you. Big Bing McDeuce. Let's go. Noah, Ryan, Omnicon, attacked while monologuing. What a great name. Valkyra. Let's go. I love that name too. Valkrissa. Ooh, it's like almost like a combination name. I love it. Fenrir, Evan, Galaxy, Glenn. Oh, Hector, we got new names and we got familiar faces. We got Zan here. Let's go. Okay, so we got some big stuff to talk about. I mean, where do I get started? 0.8 is looking great. Wow. Did not mean to rhyme on that one. Spellcrafter Gaming. Hey, what's up? See, more new faces. Wheeler, Grouch. I feel like when I read your hello, it just came across a little rude. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just hello. It's probably the name. You're probably a great person. I'm just giving you a hard time. Hopeful Mayhem. Hey, we're going to have some mayhem in this stream, y'all. Just saying. Agile Monk gifted Dungeon Coach memberships. Oh my gosh. Look at you guys. You got green names now. Welcome all the new Dungeon Coach members. Thank you, John. John Agile Monk, the deep bow. John has been hard at work doing some analytics and crunching some numbers and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of pretty impressive what he does. So yeah, 2 million possible. I think, I got to switch to this, and then I got to switch to this, and then I got to turn this on. Yeah, because that's where we're at right now. That's insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, we're gaining about 45-ish thousand per day. So stretch goals are looking pretty good. Is all I'm saying. And while we're at it, let's just go to the Kickstarter page real quick. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Just kind of take a little trip down, not memory lane, I guess. Wait, what is this chat? This one? What is this from? What is that? My last live stream? That's weird. I'm closing that one. That's weird. I've had a live stream open from however long ago. Anyway, and now I don't need this now. Okay. And now we're back to this. It's okay. We're moving. The James Campbell. So yeah, I've got a lot of questions about hiring people. So in general, I know the Kickstarter numbers are crazy, but whenever everything's said and done and all the fees and all the things I've already paid for that I have to go back and go, or if the things I've already purchased without paying for, if that makes sense, like ad spots and marketing and all these other things, like paying that out, all these other things, the project's going to be in a great spot. Not to the point where I can hire anybody on full time. And if I can hire somebody on full time, it would be one of the people that has been here with me for years. So there is some potential to bring on extra more hands now if people are interested in that. But that's going to be there would not be any hiring would not be a good word for that because it implies full-time job, and that's not gonna. That's you know what I'm saying. We're not there yet, right? We're not that big, but we're on the way, baby. We're on the way. So now, one thing I want to show here. Let me switch it over to this. Yeah. All right. So the cool thing that I'm pretty confident that will hit now. We have unlocked so many stretch goals, y'all. So many stretch goals. Are the 4 new ancestries. Dun dun dun. Yeah. It is 4 new ancestries. The Shadowborn, the Gremlin, the Goblin, and the Terraborn are the 4 new ancestries. Those are not the names of them by any means. Those are not the final names. None of the names right now are final names. Celestial Born, Fiend Born, those are not the final names, right? Those are just stand-in placeholders. You obviously get the picture of what's going on here. And there you go. So except for Gremlin and Goblin, those probably are the final names. But yes, those super excited to be able to showcase those. The art for them is amazing. I have 8 different pieces of art, 2 of each, two pieces of art for each of the 4 ancestries. They're being finalized and worked on now. And maybe next live stream, we'll be talking about them. So stay tuned there. So big stuff, y'all. So the next show is going to be 2 million. I mean, in general, I don't want to spoil anything, but Army of Bunnies, that would be a solid mathematical calculation there that you just did. Anyway, and then yes, DC20 is the final game name. I'm just seeing some other questions here, but here's how this whole thing works. If you also, you know what I just realized? And Alfred has now confirmed it. Thank you, Alfred. Alfred Miller with a super chat. What up, coach? Mad luck on a successful Kickstarter. Whew, it's a combination of lots of stuff. It's luck, it's hard work, it's the community, it's the content creator community, it's my team, it's patrons, it's people who've just been like, hey, what's this thing? I'm interested. Oh, shoot, this looks kind of cool. It's literally everybody's coming together for this. So thank you for that, Alfred. And I just realized, no one told me. I never have heard in years of doing live streams now at this point, which sounds crazy to say. I did not know you guys were getting ads during live streams. I didn't know that. That's insane. I did not know that you guys were getting ads during live streams. So I've changed the settings and now there's no more ads. Like, get out of here. I hate ads. So nope. There's that. So I didn't know you guys were getting ads. No one's ever referenced it ever, or I would have turned them off. So there's that, right? Yeah, we've gotten ads. Yeah, not anymore. No more ads. So whenever I thought I had to turn a setting on for super chats to be possible, but apparently super chats are just always possible. And if I turn off that setting, it just turns off ads. So blah, right? Ad blocker gang. There we go. And yeah, I have YouTube Premium as well. So there we go. See, yeah. So I wouldn't have even known. So yep. And so when my wife watches the stream, she wouldn't have known either. So I just never knew, right? Anyway, so that's out of the way. But so here's how this whole thing's going, y'all. We're gonna do a Q&A about DC20. I'm gonna start off with a sneak peek teaser of letting you guys choose a new 0.8 rule that I can release right here, right now. I think that'd be a cool place to do it. We had the beta live stream number 1, huge celebration party basically. Beta live stream number 2, I'm showcasing a rule, baby. So that's going to be a cool thing that you'll see there. The one thing the one thing I'm holding off is the spell blade. The spell blade is going to be revealed in tomorrow morning's patron only live stream. It's going to be developed during that live stream, and some of the final touches, we'll see kind of where the spell blade's settling into. It's really exciting. I literally was in the middle of making the spell blade. I was like, you know what? This would be a cool place to stop right here, and I'll pick it up during the patron only live stream, and that'll be a cool thing to show you guys. So that's the only thing that's off limits for now. I will be showcasing the spell blade at a future time. I'm going to make a whole video on it. It's going to be a whole thing. The spell blade's amazing right now. Holo, it's amazing. So heck yeah. Seeing if it's possible, Fee. Attacked while monologuing. I love attacked while monologuing. Wanted to see if it's possible, but they created a fee for themselves to see if it's possible. So now they're paying for see if it's possible, which is actually how that whole thing works. And it is possible. So there you go. Thanks for that. Sing and Smash. Hey, Sing and Smash. Join as a YouTube member. Let's go, buddy. That's what's up. Might be seeing some more Sing and Smash. Sing and Smash has been huge in the freaking Kickstarter. If y'all have seen some comments throughout the Kickstarter, that's Sing and Smash right there. He's been going nuts in there, so appreciate you for that too. And then so that's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna give y'all a showcase of what's going on, and then also as far as how giveaways will work. Giveaways are going to be kicking off. Whenever the Kickstarter closes. I'm going to open back up giveaway type situations. I don't think it's good in this, or it's not even in the spirit of the Kickstarter to give away things that are in the Kickstarter, because then if you know what I'm saying. And then I also could do something where, like, if you did back the Kickstarter, then I could do something. You know what? Oh my gosh, that's the move. So we are going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway at the end of the live stream. Every single live stream we do a giveaway. I am going to add any one PDF add-on that you want, or an action tracker if you're okay paying shipping, or you already have a physical tier that you're already getting stuff shipped for. So the live streams are upgrading, y'all. We now have 300 people here, so I feel like it's just important. It's fitting to up that as well. So every single live stream we're going to be doing a giveaway, and during the Kickstarter, I'm just going to upgrade your pledge in some way. So if you win and you've backed the Kickstarter, awesome, cool, great. I'm going to upgrade your Kickstarter pledge. If you win and you have not backed the Kickstarter, you can get something on my website for 5th edition, because that's what's all on the website right now. Because we'll see how that goes. And if you do win, and then you could back the Kickstarter at like the entry level pledge, and then you could get upgrades and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we'll do. I think that sounds good. I'm all about that, right? So then what the heck? Where all these super chats come from? What just happened? I'm trying to explain some things. Hydration check. I see it. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Rick Lewis, 0.8 is going to maybe change some stuff with having to do with monk stances. Right now, it costs a stamina point, but that might not still be the case. That's another topic for another time. But let me here we go. Monk stance. Okay, cool. So that's how the giveaways work. We'll do one of those, and if we hit the 500 mark on super chats, I'm also giving away a Die Hard Dice $75 gift card. This is not a gift card. This is a set of metal dragon dice. It is the dice that's being used. The purple dragon scale dice in the Kickstarter. This is actually not it. There's the ones we have are actually even better than that one. But yeah, so if we hit the 500 mark, I'm doing a $75 gift card giveaway for Die Hard Dice. And yeah, that's how the whole thing works. So let me answer these super chats, and then I'm going to take a poll. In fact, I'll do the poll right now. What do y'all want to see from 0.8? What rule do you want to see from 0.8? Ooh, do you want to see weapon rework? Does that spell rework? Do you want to see maneuver rework? Ooh. Or do you want to see a class progression? Progression slash talent rework, right? So here we go. And I think that's the main three things. I don't want to miss anything. Other things that are changing are smaller. These are some of the three big ones. So there we go. I'm starting the poll. There's the poll. Wife's texting me. Usually that means I'm missing something. Wait. Oh, Talon's watching. So my son is watching, and he wants me to say the following. So my son right now is being put to bed by my wife in the other room. That's literally sharing a wall right here. So I'm going to be very animated for this, and this is for my son. So there's that. Hey, Talon, you watching the stream? All right. He loves Rubble and Crew. So I don't have a scoop. So I'm gonna have to be the scoop. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna take the party balloons, and they're gonna be right here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be an excavator. Okay. Here we go. Rubble on the double. Grab it, lift it, move it. All right, there we go. I would love to see how my son responds to that, because apparently he's in his room right now telling daddy to do that to my wife, who texted me to now do that. So there we go. Yeah. Hector says, thanks, Dad. Construction subclass. Construction sub artificer. Huh? Ooh, sneak peek artificer subclass. What? So yeah, okay. The class progression table, and that's over 200 votes. I think that's going to be the winner right there. So there's that class progression talent rework system. We'll talk about that. Okay. So now I'm waiting for my wife to see what he said back. So let's see what's going on. Let me get caught up with the super chats, y'all. Oh my goodness. And then after I do the sneak peek, then I'm going to take questions. So if you guys have questions, hold on to them for a second. I don't even know if I have a moderator here. Don't even know. So we'll see how that goes. No, if a moderator's here, they shouldn't even be taking questions right now anyway, because I have the announcement to make. So here we go. And then Hathathan. Hathathan get out of here. Hathathan made me cry yesterday. They sent me they joined Patreon at one of the top tiers possible, which is a one-on-one coaching situation. And they sent me a message, and I already started tearing up, and I had to stop. And I will finish replying, but it's your fault that I couldn't reply because man, bro, I'm going to do it again. So thank you for that, Hathathan. I haven't even read your super chat yet, but I got a super chat that says, "What's up, coach? Just saying, hey, have a great stream." And of course, the dude is what a great guy. Thanks, man. Adam Albright, will DC20 have a system like 5e level up perks? 5e level up perks. So in general, which is a perfect question because I'm about to talk about the class progression table. Hey, right? So the class progression table gives you stuff and sprinkles in stuff every level already for you. The 5e level up perk was my homebrew for 5th edition because I don't feel like 5th edition handled leveling up well. So that was my solution to a fix with the core rules of 5th edition. So with DC20, I'm making the game essentially from scratch in that way to where that's not a problem. So you absolutely could do that. And it's actually even easier to do that in DC20 because you just give them a talent. You could just give them a talent if you wanted to. Now, careful, because talents are powerful, et cetera, et cetera. So watch out. And I absolutely can see in the future, and like, a homebrew guide of like, hey, if you want to give your players, give them an attribute here, or alternate between giving them attribute or skill point and a talent, and you can alternate. You could progress them a little faster if you wanted to. But yeah, the system's more flexible to be able to be modified in that way already. So cool. Paul C, Kickstarter is kicking ass. Let's go. Thanks, Paul C. I love that icon, the little bunny rabbit. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Hey, Rum's here. So we do have a moderator. 350 people. What's up, y'all? These have really just absolutely exploded for obvious reasons, I guess, with the Kickstarter exploding too. So there's that. But thank you. I really want to put even more into these live streams. I want to upgrade some of these, like these little banners. This thing is like oh my gosh, it's just like I can't even. I don't want to digress too much, but I want to upgrade the live stream stuff, whether it be rewards, giveaways, interface, buttons. I don't even have my stream deck. I haven't even set it up, anything. Oh gosh, it's crazy. Anyway, so there's that. And then sorry I'm late fee, 1.5 million and counting. Boom, DC20, the new standard. An evolution of tabletop roleplay games. Thank you, Grand Old Dwarf. Steve Anthony, shout out any of your artists, coach. The artwork looks fantastic. Thank you for that. Honestly, what's cool about that is I have where's my artist spreadsheet? Right here. So shout out to the artists. There's been a lot of questions, understandable questions. These type of questions don't frustrate me because it genuinely is a big thing in the industry. And I have anyone that's messaged me about it, I've been like, yeah, here's the artist, right? So we have Nicholas Phillips. Anna DC is one of the ones drawing. Anna DC, right? Anna DC. I mean, come on, DC20. Names, come on. I mean, how perfect of an artist. She's actually the one that's drawing some of the ancestry works right there. And then we have Jason Strutz, Paul Ferret. Paul Ferret is the guy that drew the monster cover with the giant moose bear versus the dinosaur raptor. He's the one that drew that. Xander Barcelo, Evan Winston, Kion Luong, Frankie Draws, who's probably in the chat right now. Pamela Gardenia, Jod the Cod. Jod the Cod is who drew the cover for Alkinder's Almanac. He's also coming into back into this one as well. Al Ferhazi and Norman Serrano. I've been reading that wrong for forever. I've always thought it was Sermano. Suarno. There we go. Norman Suarno. And I can't not say it. Zap. Zap is the guy that's drawn every single class art as far as for all the classes. A ton of the different things you've seen. The purple dragon coming on the cover. Whole baby. He's drawn a ton of stuff there. So huge shout out to all those artists. And Steve Anthony, thank you for that. I can't wait to showcase some of the rest of the art as the process goes along as well. So I love that. And then Agile Monk. Hey, hydration real quick before you really get going. Oh, you're so right. There we go. Let's go. All right. Am I caught up yet? Will the 5e to DC conversion convert monsters? I have 3,000 to convert. Also drink water. Michael Pinkston. You guys are taking care of me. You guys are really taking care of me. I appreciate that. And then, thanks for that. But to answer your question, yes, absolutely. That's one of the main reasons. That's one of the main things it will convert. And that also will be, I think, one of the easiest things to convert as well. It'll be absolutely like, okay, cool. Take this, take that. Here's the guide. Okay. I cannot wait to get you guys that. Absolutely cannot wait to give you guys that. Thank you for that. Progression was, this is when we're starting to vote. Okay, I'm this behind. Great. Hi Talon, congrats on the success here. Thanks for saying hi to my son, appreciate you. Sean Van Beverholt, well, thank you for the super chat, bro. Have you considered a slight nerf to the shield spell? +5 seems like a lot of defense for low level. Was thinking maybe a base to +2 or 3 and then mana increases by 2. Always seemed really strong in D&D to me. Honestly, the whole thing with the shield spell is action points with action economy. It can essentially do something already what a maneuver can do. So it's not that strong. Like the parry maneuver, a great maneuver. You can already do that. Right, so the shield spell is basically being able to do that at range, right? But it costs. There's a cost to it, right? And pumping more mana into it and all that kind of stuff. So right now, I really do like where the shield spell's at. I do feel like it's in a good spot. Is it stronger at early levels? Sure. And at later levels, would it scale down? Sure, but that's where mana comes in, and you can pour mana into it to keep it up to pace. But then I also don't want it to get too crunchy with like, oh, shield spell. Because another thing, Sean, to get you in my head here is DC20 already has a by 5 system. So if you do increase someone's defense by 2, now it gets weird because you have to apply that temporary 2 to your defense, your heavy defense, and your brutal defense. So then the numbers get weird. But if you do it by 5, it's just always a by 5. So it's very easy to calculate, and you can almost just step it back by 1. So if you got brutal hit, it's just got heavy hit because it's by 5, So the +5 also plays, the +5 for your defense also plays into the mechanic of DC20 of the by 5. So I think it's a smooth fit as well on that note. But obviously, the spell rework has not happened yet, and all of that stuff will be evaluated individually as well. And the shield spell is on our radar for sure because it is notoriously strong in other systems. And then I also just want to say how much I love the Kickstarter is rocking. Thanks, Sean Van Beverholt. Super chatted right after his own self. I'm so excited to see where the system goes. You're telling me, man. It's what we're going to be able to do is just so crazy. I had a 2-hour meeting today with some people that are interested in being able to let DC20 do even more. No, I'm not selling off percentages of the company. No, I'm not taking on investors. No, I'm not losing creative control over anything. I don't want to do any of that. I want to keep steering the ship. I don't want to have other companies or corporations get involved. We're not about to go down that road. No. But it's really cool stuff that some big players in the tabletop roleplay space are interested in, especially with things in the digital nature. And I'm trying to work on some stuff for some higher stretch goals, if you know what I'm saying. But that's all I can say right now. ECW Scorpion, let's go. Thanks for the super chat. How much does the 5e conversion for DC20? Will it cover? How much will it cover just races or subclasses, or will it cover more subjects that can be converted? So ultimately, the 5e conversion has not been created yet. And essentially, once the DC20 and the all the bones and framework is like, all right, we really feel like this is pretty locked in, then we can start that conversion process, right? And then there's going to be a 5e conversion beta PDF that goes out earlier, and then that will continue to be updated. What I think would be the best thing to do, and this is something I love to do just in general, I think it's a smart move, is we would release the 5e conversion, or 5e to DC20 conversion. We'd release that PDF as early as possible so that people can start converting stuff. And you might not be able to convert everything, but at least you could convert some stuff. And that's out there at least. Okay, cool. You guys have that. It's going to get you like 80%, 90% of the way there. You'll be in a great spot. Okay, let's keep making DC20. Tinkering, right? And then while we're finishing off the game, we'll be getting feedback from, I want to convert this, or how would you convert that? How would you go? Because there's gonna be questions. 5e is a huge game. Converting one game to another game in a one-to-one basis is, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that I want to be able to do. But now, what I would say in general, you said cover races. I don't think you need to do races. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be already very easy to do. DC20 has I'm not trying to brag on DC20. DC20 has a more in-depth, better ancestry system than 5e does. So if you wanted to make anything you possibly wanted to in 5e, you could do it in DC20, even almost right now, even without DC20 having every ancestry that we have in place. So there might be some things where D&D, since it's been around for a decade, has crazy amounts of classes, ancestry, subclass, all this craziness, right, that they've already made and done. So they might have like a construct, for example, and DC20 hasn't published a construct yet. But the conversion guide will be able to outline features and abilities. So the constructs feature and ability, you could convert that yourself, right? Or you could make your own ancestry in DC20, and that's good. Or you wouldn't even have to need that anymore once we release the construct ancestry for DC20. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get the feedback on what things are missing from the first release of the conversion guide, and then fill in the gaps from there. So hopefully that answers your question. But awesome. Dragon Eric, hey coach, Paizo just released the large size player race for Pathfinder. How does DC20 handle such characters? What about flyers? Flyers are already available in DC20. You can already do that. There's a Beastborn, Angelborn, Fiendborn. All of those can have wings. Dragonborn can have wing. You can go nuts with wings. You can fly. Now it's very balanced or restricted, and I was very careful. Oh my God, I was very careful. Me and my team had many debates because I was so careful, probably overly cautiously so, because I'm not about to have players flying around breaking games and stuff. So yes, flyers are already accounted for. That's already in the system. And large player characters will be accounted for in a future expansion. I want to be able to have stuff like centaurs and minotaurs and big, huge, large size player characters, and that's already in the works. It was not going to be in the core rules. I don't think that something like that should be in the core rules, but it will be an expansion that way. And then where are we at? I feel like I'm almost caught up. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, there. Okay, maybe. Iron Wolf. So what's the Kickstarter timeline after this one? Well, that all depends on this one, right? As soon as this Kickstarter. Everything's being worked on, right? All at the same time. There's going to be so many different balls rolling, and with how well the funding's gone, I'll be able to bring on people that are already on the team. I'll be able to increase the capacity at which they can be on the team, more things they can take on. Even if I have someone like Sky be able to step up and do more and take stuff off my plate. Now I can create more, and we can just speed up the whole process wildly. So that'll be great. And then a lot of these systems and things like the monster manual is currently being worked on as we're making monsters. So we're going to be making monsters, putting them into the monster collection, putting them into the monster starter pack, putting them into other pieces of content that we're releasing out there, and then we'll build up this plethora of monsters. And then whenever it's time for that Kickstarter to print those hardcover monster manual books, we're going to assemble the best and the brightest monsters and have like the perfect starting lineup of in the monster manual, and then boom, there's that. So once this ball's rolling, it's rolling, and then I plan on doing yearly Kickstarters is the goal. So that's the goal, at least. We'll see how that goes. Lightning, hey coach, how about presence instead of charisma? Yeah, I've gone down that rabbit hole for days and weeks, really. Yeah, so presence save doesn't really sound good. Make a presence check. I feel like every word that I tried to just felt off, and charisma, maybe it's a bias from playing 5th edition, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, all the words that I went down rabbit holes for, they all have some of them have been called different things. Originally, intelligence was called mind. But then, all those rabbit holes have been gone down. Presence was one of the words that was on the table for charisma, but it didn't go down with it. Michael Pinkston, have you thought about going negative in mana and starting to take on exhaustion? Wait, have you thought about going negative? No. Pushing yourself to the limit and all that kind of stuff. I think there could be mechanics for it. Technically, warlocks have a mechanic for it, but I think mana points are already in a good spot, and I don't want to mess with exhaustion in that way. There could be a advanced gameplay guide variant rule where we explore that, because that sounds like more of a gritty type situation where you increase the, you can push stuff to the limit, like almost more gritty rules, bloodied conditions, where as you get lower on health, you get worse, and all this kind of stuff, and that could be an optional rule, but I don't see that being a core rule, although that is something that I have made a homebrew for 5th edition before. Can you give us any hints on what ancestries have left to be added? One of my players is hard set on playing a goblin and hoping goblins are coming. Oh, Dylan idea. You missed out on the first part of this whole thing here. Because check out this little shadowy figure right here, this little silhouette of the goblin being unlocked for the core rule set of DC20. But this will be the core rule set. After these 4, that will be the core. It will be 15 ancestries. That'll be what's locked in for that. There won't be any more than that. But that is the core lineup, the core roster. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for that, Dylan. Awesome. And then everyone answered your question. Escape artist, love you and your contribution to the hobby, coach. Escape artist. Appreciate you for that. I like it's escape, like on the key. I see what you did there. I respect it. Thank you for that. I mean, that's honestly does what it is. Crazy that this is my job, right? Is to just contribute to this hobby of tabletop roleplay games that we know and love. And I'm getting emotional about it right now. Okay, cool. Thank you, escape artist. Okay, we're back. Wheeler, what's up, Wheeler? With the super chat. I've been worried about the big sharks looking to get a piece of you and your baby. So thanks for reassuring that will not happen. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm not able to be bought. Somebody said before, they're like, if you look at there was somebody's proposed like, we could have like $1,000 tier and they can add stuff to the game. And I'm like, no. I don't care if somebody paid me $5,000. I'm not going to put something into DC20 that I don't believe in. Right? This game is not able to be bought. Right? I want it to stay pure. I want it to stay the vision that I have for it, and that's not coming from a selfish place. Hopefully, y'all know me well enough by then, or that I think I know all the answers or whatever. The game just keeps getting better the more that we refine it, and the more minds that we bring in to be able. We had a team meeting today about the weapons rework, and it was great, awesome. Boom, we're banging out stuff. We're switching out maneuvers with this and that. Oh, you know what? This will fit there. This, ooh. And so it's. I don't want to ever have some sort of corporation or shareholders. I'm like, no, heck no. No. For all the reasons of what we've seen with Wizards of the Coast, I'm getting fired up right now because I don't want to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where all these problems come from. All this craziness that Dungeons and Dragons is getting dragged under the mud for is because of Wizards of the Coast. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's great people that work at Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I'm saying? It's Wizards of the Coast and all their corporation BS, Hasbro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I got you, Wheeler. Michael Pinkston, another super chat. DC20 keeps chugging along. I don't know if my son's still awake. Hopefully he's not. About 40K each day. You've only had 2 days that are sub 40. Hydrate. You're telling me, brother. Actually, this is running low. Y'all are making me hydrate so much. I'm feeling good. Okay, and now, almost. We're almost there. Liam, with a monster PDF, can we get a blank monster stat block that we can use for custom monsters? That's actually an interesting thought there. I could see that being put into monster starter packs. I'm going to put that here. Monster starter pack. Add in a blank template. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Just to have a blank monster template, even for both purposes of being able to fill it in and seeing where everything goes, like seeing where all the spots go. So I think that's a great recommendation, Liam. Great idea. Love that. And then okay, wait, and we're caught up, y'all. Whoo, buddy. All right, so here is now, here's the deal. Y'all voted. Y'all want to see the class progression tables. We're doing it, baby. We're doing it. Now, the question is, how do I want to showcase this to you guys? I think I know where I want to go I think I'm going to go to the overall class progression table. That's going to probably be, I think it's in the 10-step character outline that you can actually see. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool, great. Now, is this accurate anymore though? Okay, attributes. Okay, no, this is fine. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So then we'll have this up on the screen. And what else would I need up on the screen? You know, oh yeah, you know what? I'll bring up this one on the other side here. And I'll go to, no, I'll go, no, I probably, no, yeah, I've already added it to the master document. Okay, cool. So I'll do that too. So here is here's the deal, right? So I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna give y'all this little sneak peek, right? And then I'll get caught up. I'll get caught up from there. But we're already moving. Yeah, we had so many super chats I had to get through. We're behind, so I'm sorry, guys. All right, so there we go. And now wait, ignore. Okay, where? Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's not there. Wait, prestige paths. What did Sky do? Talents. Oh, it's because it's in talents. Okay. All right. Sky, you're not fired. You're okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Okay. So here's how this works, which actually I should probably just put that on this screen over here. Anyway, so I want to say, oh, D King, is there any inventory system in the works? I'm hoping a slot based because it's important for campaign, but 5e sucks for it. You saying anything about it? So in general, I am a fan of slot based. I'll say that much right now. I don't want to lock myself into anything because we have not got to that. We haven't hit that progression or spot in progression yet. I think getting subclasses out is more important than equipment, but I will say I am a fan of slots, right? I'm a fan of slots and like having like, okay, well, this goes on your head and this goes on your hands, this goes on your, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I am a fan of slots. And the character sheet's also getting updated in 0.9. You'll have another spot of a character sheet that has a spot for equipment, a spot for spells, and there'll be 2 pages instead of just 1. So lots of quality of life stuff coming. 0.9 is going to be a huge bump in things, right? So yeah, there's that. So then now, all right. So the thing I want to show now is, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to be bipping all over the place, right? Might, agility, spirit, mind, spirit. See, that feels too like, you know, like ghosts, spirits, and like, but spirit, I do see that. I do see spirit. You know, it's like you're fighting spirit. You know, you're make a spirit check. You know, make a. But then it's not as good as socially. It doesn't get across socially as good. Like I have high spirit, you know, which that is kind of cool. So yeah, you know. I'm gonna make a note to add spirit to names for charisma. That is good. That spirit never did pop up in that discussion. So that is Zachary Compton. That's pretty good there. And then mind for intelligence. Yeah, that was also a teetering spot there. So well done on that. But mind also has the same starting letter as might, and it also starts with MI. So there's a little bit of, which is more of a game design reason, which isn't a big deal, but you know what I'm saying. Michael Pinkston says +1 for slots. Can we vote on it, or has it been a variant? Making sure to keep drinking water. Shoot. Yeah. There's no need to make it votes or tables or anything like that for slots, because that's not even something that we've gone through the design process for. So I need to go through that whole my own process for that before I ever introduce any sort of voting or polls or anything like that, right? So, okay, here we go. That is, here's the rundown. Here's the rundown on what y'all want to see here. So let me move this, and I'm going to drag it. Can I move my, all right, there we go. All right, can I drag it there? Move that here. Okay, so talents. Do I show this? Do I show this? We're going to show this. Okay, so in DC20, boom. In DC20, okay? And then Riz or Vibes, sing and smash. Give me a Riz check. Check that Riz. All right. So here is the new update. Thanks, sing and smash. Here's the new update for how talents will work. I'm going to start off by telling you all the problem, right? Now, first of all, I'm going to do this as well. So this is the teacher in me. So stop reading ahead. Okay. 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 So the problem right now in DC20 currently. The current problem is if a marshal takes spellcasting Like, so at level two, I do need to show this. I do need to show this. This is the progression table in DC20, levels 1 through 20, all this type of stuff. Okay, cool. It's just the generalized player progression table in the 10-step system. This is what we're talking about. At level 1, you get class features. At level 2, you get class features and a talent. Subclass feature, talent, ancestry traits. Subclass feature, talent, ancestry traits. You get the idea, right? So it follows a pattern of class, subclass, talent, class, subclass, talent, class. You get what I'm saying? So that's the progression. Now, here's the thing, though. At level 2, you get a talent. And if a martial, a purely martial class, goes and takes a feature from a spellcasting class, or takes a spellcasting feature that involves casting spells or mana or whatever, that's a problem because this martial doesn't have any mana. That's a big problem. So you could take a feature, you could multi-class and take a feature from a spellcaster that costs mana, and you don't have any mana. That's bad, right? So to offset that, in the game currently in 0.7, the thing that's available for everybody right now, you get a little talent, you get a little bundle pack, you get a little booster pack of, you get a little bit of mana, you get a little cantrip, you get a little spell, yay, and a little pat on the back. Look at you being a hybrid class now. Look at you. You can do both. And the same thing when a spellcaster takes a martial thing, right? They also get 1 stamina, they get a maneuver, they get whatever, right? So when you crisscross, right? When a martial goes spellcaster, when a spellcaster goes martial, when they do that, they get an extra bit of rewards, extra resources, extra power. So that's a problem because if a martial class doesn't, their class fantasy, the way they see their character building for roleplay reasons, for mechanical reasons, they want to build just a barbarian, fighter, rogue, just the ultimate martial character. The problem is that ultimate martial character would technically be weaker because they could be taking other classes and gaining bonus resources, right? So because whenever a martial character takes martial talents, they don't get any rewards, right? So y'all see what the issue here is, right? And yeah, like Hector said, Gish or OP, yeah, and that's what we're trying to focus on, and that's what this update absolutely instantly fixes. And this is the first time that I'm talking about this, so here we go. So exactly, kindly cryptid, Gish is too heavily incentivized right now, and here is the solution to that problem, which is, you know what? No, okay, well, hold on. That's the old fighter. What am I doing? Okay, it's right here. All right. So now back to here. Stay with me. So here's the solution. Here's the solution, y'all. I think it's awesome. I'm so excited for it. It just takes the quality of the game next level and balances out literally every class all at once. So here's how it works. At level 2, when you get your talent, you always get something, no matter what. At level 2, when you pick your talent, if you're a martial and you pick a martial talent, you get cool martial stuff. If you're a martial and you pick a spellcaster talent, you get cool spellcaster stuff. Hey, how cool is that, right? If you're a spellcaster and you take spellcaster, you get spellcaster stuff. If you're a spellcaster and you take martial, you get martial stuff. And here's the cool part, and now this is when I can show y'all this thing here of what this is saying, is there's 3 types of talents in the game. There's martial talents involving martial things, spellcaster talents involving spellcaster things, and then there's general talents like skills and just things that are generally not associated with either, right? Those are a bit more rare, right? But there's obviously martial talents, obviously spellcaster talents, and then there's general ones in the middle. So if you pick a martial talent, you get martial stuff. If you pick a spellcaster talent, you get spellcasting stuff. And if you pick general, you get to choose if you want martial or spellcaster. Awesome. Great, right? So how this works now is, here's the table for it. Whenever you, at any point at level 2, everybody at level 2, if you pick a martial talent, you now get this. But if you pick a spellcaster talent, you get this. And there's these 2 tables now. And that's how it works for everybody, right? Perfectly balanced as all things should be, right? So that is how the cookie crumbles, right? So here's the trade-off now, though. If you want to be a fighter and you want to be an Eldritch Knight fighter, at level 2, if we remember this little chart right here, right? Here it is. At level 2, you get this talent. So if you're a fighter and at level 2 you pick this talent, you get, if you're a fighter and you want to be an Eldritch Knight spell fighter, Or if you're a fighter and you want to be like a champion, like a burly fighter, you know, no, screw magic, I'm gonna just be a fighter. This fighter now has a choice to make. You don't just get both and you just always get the things you always get, because in your class table now there's a blank, right? And so let me see if this is, in fact, hold on, let me actually go to the real deal. Okay, no, y'all can see all of this. This is the 0.8. There's the classes. Whoo, Spellblade. Here's the fighter, and here's what the tables look like now. So this is the 0.8 fighter, another 0.8 first look here. So if you notice, at level 2, there's a gap. You don't get stuff there anymore. You get nothing here, right? Last fighter, you got a second stamina at level 2, and other, et cetera, et cetera. Now you don't get anything, because where do you get it from? Your table, your talents, right? So you can choose if that fighter wants to be a burly fighter. Sure, pick any martial talent you want. Pick your own fighter talent, pick some other martial talent, whatever. And look what you get. You get your stamina. Boom, there's your second stamina that you would have got normally. You get another martial, you get another thing. Awesome. If you want to be an Eldritch Knight fighter, cool, go do that. Now you get mana, now you get this, now you get that. It comes at a trade-off though, but that's where the balance comes in. That's where everything just absolutely freaking clicks. And I love it so much. So now your class tables, if you notice, when there's a talent here, it's blank. When there's a talent here, it's blank. When there's a talent here, it's blank. And when there's a talent here, it's blank. Every single spot, every single class table looks like this now. And it's amazing. Super big props to the team on this one. Me and Purius knew this was an issue and we were talking about it, but we were just making the game. Mortal, I think this is a big proposal from Mortal. Y'all know Mortal from the community, and then there's been so much work put into this by Mortal. Like, for all the devs have been working so much on this. Mortal, Jado, Silver, Captain, Dak, Cody Rowlers have been coming in and doing things. Obviously, Nexus is now fully empowered to go do all of those types of things. Sky's running in there, all that stuff. So it's been super cool to see this proposal in that way. That was just such a brilliant fix. Because I'll openly say this one was not my idea. I was genuinely this. I think for the first time in all of DC20, I was like, whoa, dude, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then we've tweaked. You should see the tables. You should see the tables and the numbers on this one. Hundreds of hours have been put into this to fix it up to be in this spot. But man, oh man, is it in a great spot. So heck yeah. So super huge there. So now we can attempt to go through some questions. But I almost, you know what? Do I do another sneak peek? We have 500 people here now, y'all. So I think we might do another sneak peek. Yeah, why not? I'm feeling spicy. All right. So okay, cool. We'll do another sneak peek. So I'm gonna get caught up on super chats. I will start the giveaway for the one giveaway that we always do, and then I will give you all a little bit of a sneak peek. It's gonna be a little sneak peek. But I'll give you a little bit of sneak peek, okay? So I gotta get caught up here. So Riz and vibes. Nicole Trumpfeller. Nicole Trumpfeller. Thank you for the super chat. You are a breath of fresh air in a world of craziness. Thank you, Coach. I want to be a gizmo. Nicole, come back next week, Nicole. I want to showcase some gremlin art, if you know what I'm saying. I want to showcase some gremlin art, and you'll see what that gizmo is going to look like, you know what I'm saying. But thank you for that. The world is crazy. So to be a breath of fresh air for somebody, that means a lot to me, Nicole. Thank you. And DK Blundy, won't version .10 just be 0.1 again? Mathematically speaking, as far as significant figures are concerned, yes. So the math teacher and me, yes. But how it works, it's called like pedantic. I don't know what it's called. There's some phrasing for it. But if you specifically put a digit there, it does mean 10, even though the value of that number is still 0.1 because the 0 isn't a significant figure. Because, yeah. So the math teacher in me cringes at that. Yes, but you are correct, DK Blundy. You are correct. J Doms, Moxie, Gumption, Kutzpah, and Razzmatazz. What a version of DC20 that would be. Moxie, Gumption, Chutzpah, and Razzmatazz. I think I'm saying Chutzpah correct, but I did not know it was spelled that way. That's wild spelling. PH Arbex, I can't keep up anymore. That's fantastic. So many are joining the family and growing with it. You created something truly magical, and the community is responding to it. Build it, and they will come. Thank you for that, PH Arbex. It really has been crazy. It really has been crazy. These live streams used to be like 80 people. And before that, it was like 20. So absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, build it and they will come. And we built it and here we all are. So Iron Wolf, yay, fix the spellcaster spell list issue. Yeah, the spellcaster spell list issue as well. Yeah. So this improvement is going to be a huge, amazing improvement to the game as well. So heck yeah. Pally Goat, can you use talent to get extra ancestry points? If so, how many? One stat for 2 skills doesn't seem quite equal to one stat or 2 skills doesn't seem quite equal to multi-class. Yeah, so currently, first of all, the 2 stats is now 3 stats. So that 3 skills. So that's just one upgrade. That's another little sneak peek there that Pally Goat just unlocked. So it's 3 skills now. Because I agree, and that's also like when these talents were made, they were made like, okay, cool, we made it. Okay, and then the game's evolving, and then they were like, okay, now that's old. We need to update this. So that's going to happen, especially during the alpha and beta transition early periods. So yes, that's going to be fixed. I think this attributes might not. Or it might be a combination of both. You get attributes and skills or something like that. But I hesitate to give out too many attribute points because I don't want people to just be like stack up attribute points and then they have this like stat stick of a character, you know? So I hesitate for that. Hydration check. There we go. But there will be a talent to get extra ancestry points. If I had to guess at how many points that would be, it would probably be, off the top of my head, I know 2 would be easy and 3 might be too much. So 2, you know what I'm saying? 2 might be a fitting spot, especially when I start thinking about things like about having to do with flying or requirements, because there's some solid things you can get for just 1 ancestry point, you know, especially with it pertaining to your build, because the more things you can specifically pick up that stack with each other in nice ways, the more powerful those become. So I think in general, 2 ancestry points is going to be what that talent is. And then maybe 3, but yeah, there's my early thoughts on that. And then I think that's that. And then whoa, hold up. I'm not. Okay, this is me showing all the stuff. Okay, cool. And yeah, I love seeing the excitement about the new rules. Tanner C, any ideas what commander subclasses will be like? I love the playstyle supporting your allies and cool tactics. Love what you're doing with DC20. Thank you, Tanner. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna try and go to a special spot here for you. So that's classes, and I moved that. So then, I moved that. So then that would be. Where would my subclasses go now? So classes, that's Purius's spot. I'd probably put them here. DC20 subclasses. There they are. And the commander, I don't think we've done the commander yet. So let me see the commander. Yeah. So the commander subclasses is going to be, I could see a bodyguard type of situation where you specifically have one target that you like call out, and you are that person's bodyguard, and you gain certain bonuses towards them. Maybe you move faster towards them. You gain that person gains certain defenses just passively while you're around them type things. That's one layer there for a commander. Another one is a commander that introduces a little bit of magic to the whole situation, where they get almost like you can get some paladin vibes there, where there's just they have their aura, because they already have an aura on the battlefield, but they are a martial class, right? But they have an aura in that way, but a subclass that takes that one step farther magically to be able to do something like that. A more offensive style of commander that is more charge into battle. They're up in the front lines and they're going, right? So that's the general gist, and just three offshoots there. Buffing allies specifically, and then there's a one note here for a banner subclass, but I have the list of all classes right here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scions, one of them, 6, 7, 8 of them have had their subclasses like really dove into and like expanded out on and all this other kind of stuff. 3 of them in a big way. But Commander is not one of those. Commander and some of the later classes have not had that treatment done to them yet. So if you ask me that question again in about a month, I'll be able to really answer it. But there's that. And then Grouch, what's up, Grouch? A cool way to do attunement is have 1 or 2 attunement points per level, and the attunement cost of an item depends on what it does, maybe in particular. Yeah, so I will say I am a fan of attunement as far as a certain number of attunement slots that you can have. A good example, just to get y'all synced up in my mind and show kind of what Grouch is saying too, is you can attune to you have a number of attunement slots equal to your prime, right? And then certain items cost attunement slots to be able to attune to. You'll be able to have magic items, and there's going to be plenty of magic items that don't have an attunement process involved with them. But then if an item does, it might cost 1, 2, 3, 4. It might cost a certain amount of attunement slots, and they'll be balanced in that way as well. So there's that. Cool. Thanks, Grouch. I should have read that super chat in a grouchy way. I missed opportunity there. Messed up. And then Ryan Combs, since the OGL debacle, I wish people joined together to make one super system instead of separate, but DC20 is by far the best. Oh my gosh, Ryan Combs, thank you for that. Dagger, what? MCDM, whoo! Can't wait to get my hands on the deluxe book. I do think the deluxe book looks pretty sweet. But thank you for that. And honestly, Ryan, I've had that same conversation. I've had that same thought. And I think I was talking to Luke from the DM Layer about this. And I actually don't. I had the same thought. Ryan, me and you were super synced up. I was like, you know what? What if all of the best minds in game design came together to make one game to blah, 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 you know? If that happened, we wouldn't have DC20. We wouldn't have Daggerheart. We wouldn't have MCD. We wouldn't have any of these games, because if any of us were on a team with other people and we were like, you know, oh, well, we have to defer to this or that, you know, what, then there would be different games made, right? And because I have I am the creative mastermind here, and then Matthew Mercer's the creative mastermind there. Although I don't know if that's true, because I know they have a huge team, and I don't know if this is Matthew Mercer's thing, or if this is Critical Role's thing. I'm not sure of that. I don't know how involved Matthew Mercer is with that, so I don't want to say that and speak to that. And then Matthew Colville, obviously game designer, obviously a huge team, and they obviously have a whole bunch of cooks in the kitchen there, and he's obviously leading that charge there too. So if we were to all be on the same team, who's going to call the shots? Who's going to have the final say? Are we going to be able to get along in that way? I don't know. I wouldn't like to necessarily do that. Now, if there was some sort of like, hey, all of these people are coming together and they're like, hey, dungeon coach, we want you to make this game and we will work for, you know what I'm saying? No, that's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think everything happens for a reason. It came together and it happened all in this way. And then here DC20 is. And so, yeah, I love that. I love that thought as well. But I just recently had that conversation with Luke. So that's funny. Sing and Smash, any peek at the next stretch goals after Ancestries? I know we're hitting 2.3, but I really want to see the Kickstarter hit 2.5, but we need a banger. All I can say is it has to do with virtual tabletops and digital character sheets and or compendiums and things like that. We'll say that. That's all I can say. Michael Pinkston. Michael, thank you for all the super chats, bro. Love that you can't just splash into a class and grab it all. Oh, Michael, you're telling me. Thank you, sir. Grab some water. I just did. Does that count? No, I didn't read it yet. Okay, Okay, there we go. That's fair. Yeah, I've always hated that. You stop the progression of your class, right? Like you stop progressing your class to then splash into this class's only level 1, only level 1. You get it all, even things you might not want. And that's what? No, please, no. Liam, show use D20's what? Show use D20's weapons update to counter D&D's weapon rule drop. Oh, yeah. I watched the D&D's rule drop, and I was like, okay. I mean, yeah. I just don't have. I'm not. It didn't excite me. I didn't really feel like they showed much. I think they showed like they had some cool stuff that they said that their Dungeon Master's Guide sounds like it might be actually useful now, which I don't think is. Y'all, I've said before, I don't think the Dungeon Master's Guide is very useful. The current one, but it sounds like the next new one. I was like, oh, okay. And it's funny because some of the things they said are going to be in that one are some of the things I already have notes for. Now, I'm not saying they by no means have they copy pasted that. These notes I've not seen the light of day to anybody. But there's a lot of things I'm like, oh, okay, that's I agree with that. So that was the only takeaway I took. But overall, like I just said, the multi-classing thing is still in the game. Lots of cool ideas that they had, they backpedaled from. So I mean, overall, it's just it hasn't excited me. And I watched it and I was like, okay, yeah, they didn't drop anything. I was like, oh man, wow, oh no, now that's gonna be, yeah, not worried. And then rule drop, yeah, and then still getting caught up for the artificer as a hybrid fund. It's funny that you just said that because of what I'm about to talk about. And then lightning, do not make artificers hybrid. 5e ruined them. Currently artificers are not hybrid, and I don't see that happening currently. Spectre, I'm really excited. Spectre Nadir, what a cool name. I'm really excited for DC20. I can't wait to play the beta. I am curious, how much do you know about the Savage World system? None at all. DC20 reminds me of a lot of SW, especially the spell system. I have never played Savage Worlds. I think I've heard of it, but I might not have heard of it. I feel like I have, but I thought it was a campaign setting, not a rule system. So I might have been wrong there. But anyway, no, I have not. The spell system sounds awesome then, because I know Dungeon Crawl Classics has like a really wild spell system. I did an entire campaign with a magic system that I was going to publish and as a homebrew rule for 5th edition, but then once the OGL thing happened, I was like, never mind. So I'll just put all those cool ideas in a DC20, and then now here we are. So that's really cool. And now, but yeah, I'll have to check out Savage Worlds. But thank you for pointing me in that direction, Spectre. And Alexander Gobato, any expectations for a gunslinger? I'd love to have one in DC20. Pathfinder 2s feels kind of lame. So in general, gunslinger, I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to go into the full pitch. I don't think there is design space for a gunslinger. Oh, I know. I might have just freaking broke Alexandra's heart. Alexandra. I might have just broke Gobato's heart. There's certain things that you have to be able to have a class fantasy for to establish a class. And a gunslinger is not a class. It is a subclass of a fighter, maybe. Will there be guns in DC20? Yeah, there's going to be in the artificer release. There's going to be some level of guns in the crafting and artificer and construct and guns. That expansion book is going to have that in there. There's going to be a weapon property called starts with M, mechanical. But it's going to have a reload property where you can shoot a certain number of times, etc. They can malfunction. Whatever. It's going to have the whole thing. So you're already going to be able to play the class fantasy of being a gunslinger just by wielding that weapon in DC20. It's going to have cool mechanics for it. You're going to be able to make your own. It's the whole thing, right? So having a gunslinger as a class is a definite no. A subclass of a fighter, maybe. But even then, what are those features? You know what I'm saying? They have to deal with your gun and interacting with your gun. We just make cool guns. So there should be cool weapons in DC20. And you can put them on any class. You could be a gunslinger rogue, gunslinger ranger, gunslinger fighter, gunslinger spellblade. Oh my gosh. Gunslinger artificer. Oh my gosh, get out of here. That's exciting. You know, so yes, it's going to be taken care of, but that's the way it'll be taken care of. It won't be a class. So 6 off center. I was curious if you ever considered making the Scion a martial class. Spells like they are fueled by stamina and can't be a spell dueled. I don't know about not being spell dueled, although I could see it being hard to spell duel a Scion in general as well. But 6 off center, you're gonna love what I'm about to say in this stream. And we're over 500 people now, so I really need to get to that. But I can't get caught up in super chats. Coral with a $50 super chat for the artificers should be pure. Artificers should be pure marshals. Dang. They got no magic. They're just tinkering. They're just making gadgets. You know what I'm saying? There's no magic. There's no mana here. It's just gadgets. It's Batman. It's a Batman. You know what? It's no more artificer class. It's just the Batman class. Coral. Whoo, that's a big fund right there. $50 super chat towards the martial artificers. Wow. That's funny. Silver Skull. What do you think about druids being able to summon a spirit companion similar to the optional rule from Tasha's for wild shape turning into wild companion? I don't like that. Is my ultimate answer to that, Silver Skull. I don't see that as being a druid thing. Druids can turn into animals. Summoning animals as a secondary side option, like, yeah, there's gonna be the druids can do that. Druids will be able to summon they'll be able to find familiar. At level 1, they'll be able to absolutely do that. They'll be able to, there's so many things that the druid will be able to do that class fantasy. But druids can shapeshift, in my opinion. Druids can shapeshift. Now, is there a future version of DC20 that offers other ways to, swap out things if the community really wants to see that? Sure. But in general, if you want to have the class fantasy of having a wild companion that's next to you, first of all, there's already a class in DC20 that does that, a Beastmaster class / Tamer. I don't know which one of the names it's going to be, but there's a class that does that has it's you and like a full-blown animal companion, like beast pet, or it could be a dragon, could be other things, could be an ooze, whatever. That's already a class. It's not in the core rules, but that's already a class. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to go that way, because there's already a class that I really am excited to release on that. So I see druids as plants, animals, weather. And as far as animals go, I see them turning into animals. Summoning animals and all this other kind of stuff, sure, pick those spells. That's already fine. You know what I'm saying? So there's my take on that Silver Skull. I'm just trying to be honest with you. Appreciate you. Adam Albright, how about a Gunblade? That is one of the current options on the spell blade, that you can turn them into a sling blade where you can sling the magic off of your blade. But a gun blade, also Adam Albright, technically with the new weapons rework, when guns are released, you would be able to make a gun blade. You'd be able to make a melee weapon that has a reload mechanic that you can swing in. Yeah, it's gonna be so sick. I'm telling you guys, y'all should have picked the weapons. Y'all should have picked the weapon up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They're all bangers. All right, so now we're gonna do the giveaway. So say something in the chat, and if you've already said something in the chat, you're good. You just have needed to have said something sometime in the last 5 minutes, I think it is. So as long as you've said anything in the last 5 minutes, then you're good. You're in the giveaway already. You're taken care of. You're fine, right? And while you're at this whole typing thing, like the stream, all that kind of stuff, y'all know the whole thing with that. I appreciate. We would not be here without the love from the community and y'all spreading the word and all this other kind of stuff, getting your friends involved, getting your other players involved. Yeah, anything and something. It's just a whole bunch of anythings and something. Whoa. Can the Scion create a psionic construct standing next to you? Like a mental telepathic construct? That's wild. That is not something the Scion can do. But speaking of Scion, hydration check. Thank you, Shane. But speaking of that, would a robot druid be a transformer? Yes, and I have been one. I have played one. A constructs druid who shapeshifts and transforms. Yes, 100%. I've made one. I've played one. So there's the giveaway. Giveaway's good. Here's the announcement about the Scion, right? I am going to give an announcement about the Scion. Okay. I'm going to give an announcement about the Scion. And first of all, also to preface some things, this is not going to happen in tomorrow's. So every Tuesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time, I do a live stream, public live stream every week. The next day, Wednesday mornings, I do a patron-only live stream. It's one of the things that access to all patrons at every reward tier on Patreon get access to these patron-only live streams, and I develop DC20 live in a whole thing in the morning. Tomorrow is the Spellblade. I'm going to be showcasing a bunch of that type of stuff. The week after that, might be showing some Scion stuff, and Metallic Dragons are going to be getting the Scion early because that's their whole thing. Metallic Dragons get early access to DC20 content stuff. They're going to get that tomorrow. They're going to get the new Scion rework. But you know what? Actually, I probably should do the giveaway right now because I don't want to talk about the Scion and then y'all lose the 5-minute window that y'all just talked about. So I'm going to do the giveaway right now. This giveaway is for an upgrade to your DC20 Kickstarter deal. If for some reason you're watching the DC20 live stream and you have not backed the Kickstarter of DC20, one, I would be confused, right? In general, because if you're, you know what I'm saying? And if you have backed the Kickstarter, you just send me your email for that. You'd have that, and I would be able to go to your Kickstarter account and add things for you, and we will give you a little bit of an upgrade. You'll pick an action tracker. We'll add like $40-50 onto your cart and add a bunch of extra stuff, right? So there's that. Boom. And then if you haven't backed the Kickstarter, then you could back and then get that reward, or I could just give you a gift card to my website, and you could go get whatever you want on there. So there's that. So anyway, and yeah, there's that. All right, cool. Here we go. Winner. Here we go. Who is it gonna be? Stick around after, because I am going to talk about the Scion for just a second as we leave. And the winner is SK. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go, SK. Let's go. Awesome, SK. Bald, not bald. I see you, bro. Congrats, SK. So SK, go to also, if nobody ever, there we go. SK's here, so we're good. SK, go to Discord, message one of my moderators. Their names are in red, not pink, but red. Message them, and they will get you set up, and we'll get you all figured out. And just confirm them, show them a screenshot or something of your Kickstarter thing, or just give me the email that's associated with it. I'll be able to look you up. You're good, and we'll get you hooked up, set up, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, the Spellblade will be in the 0.8 release that releases in 2 weeks or so. So you'll be set for that. And cool, there we go. Here's the big update, y'all. Here's the big update. I don't know if I should just freaking say it like this. Okay, the Scion has gone through a rework. The Scion has gone through a full-blown rework. And the Scion will officially be the second hybrid class for DC20. Yes, that's right. The Scion is now a hybrid, and it's freaking sick. So those people who super chatted, you were onto something. Now, here's the difference, though. The Scion will not have martial maneuvers. They will not have martial techniques. They will have a stamina that they'll be able to spend in certain ways. They will have mana they'll be able to spend in certain ways. You get the idea, right? So here's the crazy part, though. The Spellblade is a hybrid because it represents the duality of magic and martial. Magic, slinging weapons, put it on your blade and hitting it. Crazy. But the Scion, I just got chills. The Scion represents physical and mental coming together, because Scions can use their mind to telepathically move bodies. They can use their mind to physically interact with the world, right? So a Scion represents a hybrid in that way, a mind and physical in one, being able to manipulate the physical with the mental, right? So it's absolutely sick. So if you remember what the Scion already had, right? So I'm gonna go back here. I don't wanna. Okay, no, okay, we're good. All right, I don't want to click the wrong things. Oh, I'm not showing anything. Okay, we're fine. The coolest part here is, if you remember, the Scion already had the grapple situation, right? The Scion's grapple situation, where the Scion could use their mind to grapple targets, right? The Scion could use their mind to interact in a martial way. This was us testing out that slant of a concept. So there's already grapple maneuvers in the game, which are a martial thing, technically. So Scions can activate or can use martial grapple maneuvers with their mind, right? And that's how they grapple people and throw people and all that kind of stuff, right? So the Scion The Scion now has a stamina feature. It has Psionic Mind, which gives them a Psybolt cantrip, more mental defense, and they can they can add certain effects onto spells that they cast. Dazing, making people lose concentration, not having to use verbal or semantic components. You can cast full-blown spells without using verbal or semantic components if you spend some resources to be able to do that, and because you do it with your mind. So I think that's absolutely wild. And then they still have their telekinesis in a upgraded way. It's nice and polished off and all that kind of stuff. And telepathy is still there, mind sense is still there, but it's fueled by stamina now, so you're able to do it in a better, cooler way. And yeah, so anyway, the Scion, if anyone's interested in the Scion in that capacity, the Scion is going to be, actually, you know what? I could also show this. Should I show this? Yeah, this is what we're all about here, people. Check this out. So this is one thing that we're working on is the cover of the DC20 magazine, right? So these are some. This is the first issue of the DC20 magazine, and we're working on some stuff about how the DC20 magazine. I don't think I like the there. So do we have the dice thing or not? You know what I'm saying? So this is going to go through some iterations. I really like this one, but I don't know about the. So it might be the centered one. So it could be, no, it's definitely not that one because it has to say 20. I think my favorite one right now is this type of setup. I don't like where the subtitle thing is at right now. But anyway, the first issue of the DC20 magazine goes live on July 1st, right? In like 12 days. It goes live July 1st to all patrons. All patrons are going to get the first issue of the DC20 magazine. If that's a $5 tier, usually these monthly PDF things have been at the $15 tier. And I was like, you know what? Like this Kickstarter's been going crazy. Let's go down to the $10 tier. Okay, cool. We'll do the DC20 magazine, the $10 tier. And things kept getting crazier and crazier. And I was like, okay, you know what? How about this? These DC20 magazines are going to start off smaller. Like we're starting off smaller. We have a big ball that's rolling. We're going to be bringing on people. They're going to get bigger over time. This is the first issue. It's going to be smaller. It is going to have the Scion class and the Cyborn ancestry. Both are going to be in this. That's the first time anybody's seen the Cyborn ancestry. Scion y'all saw early. Nobody's seen the hybrid Scion, but the Cyborn ancestry is going to also be in there, and that's going to go out July 1st to all patrons at the $5 tier. That's officially being announced now. And then as we grow the DC20 magazine and as it becomes bigger and more things are in it, we'll expand it and see whatever it else turns into. But that's where it's going right now. July 1st is going to be the first issue of that, so super excited for that. Well, there's that. That's how the cookie crumbles. There's the whole thing. There's the whole shebang. Oh yeah, all DC20, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I can't wait to see some Cyborn barbarians, some Cyborn clerics, some Cyborn. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's super cool. So anyway, there's that. SK, make sure you reach out, and we're good there. Next week, I'm going to probably, as far as pacing goes, I'm probably going to be showcasing some of the the 4 new ancestries added to DC20. Thanks to you guys right here. There we go. Thanks to this. We'll see where we're at a week from now. And yeah, we'll definitely have probably hit the next stretch goal. And that's will be super exciting for the starter adventure. Lots of big things happening for that. So there's that. You guys are awesome. I love doing these with y'all. I look forward to these every week. And thanks for hanging out. All 500 of y'all now, because these things have gone crazy. So thank you guys so much. Almost 15,000 backers. You're right, Alvestine. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh wait, my wife's calling. Stand by. What a weird end of the stream. Hold up. Hey, babe.
Hey, did you have to do a dice giveaway? Someone said dice giveaway. Did you reach 500?
Oh, okay. She is calling about the stream. We're good. Dice giveaway? No, we did not hit the 500. Okay, cool. All right. Bye, babe. She just hung up on me. I tried to let y'all hear her voice, and it was nothing. She's on top of it. She'll say, hey, somebody hey, some of this, hey, somebody this, hey, somebody did something like this. She has been amazing behind the scenes of checking out, hey, there's somebody left a comment about this, somebody was talking about this, hey, somebody asked this, what's this? So props to her, and she threw that out there. So there's that. And yeah, that's what we'll see how the dice giveaway is that's what we're gonna do every live stream from here forward. Is 500 is the dice giveaway live stream, and that happens at 500, and we'll go from there. But anyway, there's the whole thing. What a little interruption there. Love you guys so much. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys next week. Stay creative. Think outside the box. Peace.